Hello, everyone. I hope that this finds you all staying well as we make our way through this rather unique Advent season. This message is a little bit different from my previous ones. Last Monday, I was able to join in a webinar hosted by Timothy Eaton Memorial United Church from downtown Toronto. We were thinking together about how to help each other to cope during Christmas this year, particularly with the added complications that the pandemic has brought to our season and to our attempts to celebrate it. There were 3 presenters in the webinar and all were good. However, one particularly stood out for me. He is Reverend Chris Miller, and he is the Minister of Pastoral Care at Timothy Eaton Memorial. And let's just say, my sense is that he is well placed in that role. His pastoral wisdom and care radiated from what he shared. And I am so grateful that he has agreed to let me share it with you all. Chris's thoughts are wise, and they are simple enough for us all to be able to grasp them. So my hope is that you might find these helpful, and that you might maybe even try to implement at least a few as you care for yourself and for those you love this Christmas. So here is Chris's simple list of 10 things we can do to help us cope during this season, with a few thoughts of my own added in. Number 1, keep life as simple as you can. There may actually be a strange blessing in our being restricted from having large, elaborate celebrations this year, as we try to cope with all that this pandemic has meant to us emotionally. This year we are wise to keep things simple and manageable, and therefore probably enjoyable. Number 2, keep your mind centered on what is good. Another presenter talked about how helpful and healthy it is for us to think about things that we are grateful for. With so much focus on what is wrong, choosing to look for and to pay attention to what is good can actually help us not to be overwhelmed with negative emotions and anxiety. So focus on what is good. Number 3, take your time and eliminate hurry. Now, I've been trying to practice this one since we had that webinar last week, and I have to say that the tension that seems to have been living in my body since March is definitely easing as I do, so I encourage you to try this one. Number 4, relax. Simplify your to-do list. For those of us who make to-do lists, this is a big part of the advice that was given in that number 1 tip, to keep life simple. Number 5, listen to music that you find relaxing or soothing. This one really needs no explanation. Just pick some music you love and give yourself the gift of time spent to just listen and let it soothe your soul. Number 6, sing. At Christmas, we know the words of the songs that we hear playing, and so sing along, even if you're alone, maybe especially if you're alone. That old adage to sing like no one is listening is a good one for us to keep in mind right now. Number 7, laugh. Do you have a favorite movie or television show or book that just makes you laugh out loud? Make some time to watch or read or listen to these things and let yourself laugh. Laughter truly is good for you and good for your soul. Number 8, talk. Give a friend or a family member a call and just talk. It will be good for you and good for them. Connecting with others is more important now than ever. Number 9, talk with God. Take time to pray. Your prayers do not have to be elaborate or planned. Just tell God how you're doing. And then sit and listen for a bit for God's response to you. Dare to believe that what you might sense or think you might hear in your mind, that might actually be a gift from God to you. Do this often over the Christmas season, as we affirm regularly together when we say our new creed. God is with us. We are not alone. And finally, number 10, practice the presence of God. As you go through each day, take a few moments to stop and to be still and quiet. As you do this, pay attention to what you sense around you. A gentle, peaceful presence may very well be God with you in that moment. Dear friends, I am recording this on the third Sunday in Advent, a Sunday that we turn our focus to joy. And I think it's actually quite fitting that this is good timing for this message, because I truly hope and pray that these simple pearls of wisdom might help you to experience the joy there is to be found even in this year, as we celebrate the amazing truth that in Christ, God has come to be with us through it all. So God bless you, my friends, and Merry Christmas from my home to yours.